Right, guys, we need to deal with this utter embarrassment of a teacher or headmaster that has decided to join the BBC in race baiting his life away. Some would argue his crime is as great as the BBC's one yesterday on their Ski Sunday programme, because he has decided to remove any mention of famous British figures from the house names in his school and label them with a bunch of current era lefty tosspots, or those who are loved by the left anyway. Because yeah, Admiral Nelson, Sir Francis Drake and Sir Walter Raleigh are not good enough for this woke tosspot. And if reports are to be believed, he did this because apparently one kid complained about it after they left the school, and likely became indoctrinated at a university during their gender studies degree. Personally, I think this prize-winning prat should be sacked for such stupidity, but it is 2021, so no doubt he will end up getting a pay rise for it. I also expect that this school is funded by the taxpayer, so really the government should be putting a stop to this. Obviously they won't, because Boris Johnson fully supports this bullshit in secret, or is forced to by the lefty spunk trumpet who runs the show at number 10. If you ask me, I think it should be made illegal to disregard our history or figures from it in favour of current era racial or political activists. This shouldn't really be a controversial opinion to hold, and let's be honest, the people chosen to replace such greats as Admiral Nelson do not deserve to be there. We literally have the likes of Greta Thunberg, Marcus Rashford and some American trout that wrote a poem for Biden, like anyone in the UK actually cares about her or Joe Biden. If you ask me, it's just taking the piss, so let's check out what the Sun has to say about it. The headline's got to be woking. UK's wokest headmaster ditches house names honouring national heroes after ex-pupil complains. Yeah, pupil, one. Note that it is only one. A school has replaced its house names honouring national heroes with ultra-woke icons after a plea from an ex-pupil. Headmaster Lee Hill dropped Admiral Nelson, Sir Francis Drake and Sir Walter Raleigh. The school now uses the names of eco-teen Greta Thunberg, human rights activist Some Cunt, football star and school meals campaigner Marcus Rashford, and even US President Joe Biden's inauguration poet Some Other Tit that doesn't even matter. Mr. Hill, the heavily tattooed head of Snowdon Junior School, East Yorkshire, tells his 16,000 Twitter followers of the courage of a child who made a stand. He wrote, "During the Black Lives Matter protest, I received a passionate and brave email from a former pupil. Of course you fucking did. And if you did, you literally received it from one person alone, and have changed this here when the rest of the school and likely all the former pupils really do not care. You just so happen to have one of the 1% racial activists that live in this country. Unlucky for you." He goes on, "This pupil not only educated me about the history of these three house names, but also explained the impact of seeing these figures, who have links to slavery, oppression and racism, had on her during her time at the school." Which is just like, oh my fucking god, you've literally gone, like I said, to your gender studies degree, got some lefty bullshit indoctrinated into you, and then you've emailed your former teacher with this bollocks. Him having 16,000 Twitter followers has obviously made him think, I've got to do this. I will virtue signal it on Twitter and then I will get some likes. That's literally how this went. And you know what, I'm not even reading any more of what he said in relation to what she wrote. It's just a load of bollocks. It says the school has put up framed images online of the figures its four new houses are named after. A spokesman wrote, "These individuals represent our four values of community, courage, curiosity and care." What they really mean is it represents them being woke, being lefty and being a useless bunch of tosspots that literally no one cares about. Him and his Twitter following has got him thinking that this is what people want. I hope the parents of this school complain like fuck. Now, when it comes to the people involved and the names they put on these houses, I don't really care about those people themselves. Who actually cares about Greta Thunberg, Rashford, or anyone else for that matter? What really matters is the destruction of our history because these tosspots have decided so, and they suffer from serious amounts of white guilt. Maybe the BBC should employ this prick to present a show. But I will repeat once again what I said earlier, that the government should be stepping in to stop this shit. I expect it's a publicly funded school, so they should be able to do it. Stop the funding if they continue to go down this route. They were ready to do it with universities, so why don't they do it with our actual schooling system? Let's be honest, as Nigel Farage and a few papers pointed out the other day, the Chinese Communist Party are buying up independent schools. The government needs to take care of the state-run ones. Though at this point, it really wouldn't surprise me if the government actually sold them to China. There are reports out that they sold all our PPE to China in January, February and March last year. Then obviously the shit happened and we needed to buy more, which they're now actually in trouble over their dodgy contracts or the way that they didn't report them. Either way, it doesn't really matter. The government at this point can't be trusted and really need to put a stop to it. Obviously, like I said, they fucking won't though.